Good afternoon, everybody. The Republican National Convention is just about 6 weeks away. The event is expected to bring a $175 million boost to the local economy. And joining us with more, we have Mr. Ken Jones, who's the president and the CEO of the Tampa Bay Host Committee. Welcome. Thank you for
very much. I
coming
appreciate
in.
you having me here.
So you have a very big assignment to showcase the entire Tampa Bay area during this time. How do you achieve that?
You know, it's a multifaceted event. There's so much to it. What a lot of people don't realize is that the convention is the second largest media event in the world. The only one bigger is the Olympic Games. And so when you think about big events that happen, not just in Florida, but around the world, the Olympics gets 18,000 media. The convention gets 15,000. And when you look at a Super Bowl, that's about 4. A royal wedding's about 8. So we've got a big task. But the way we do that is we talk about the great attributes of Tampa Bay. Everybody thinks it's about politics or it's about Mitt Romney or Newt Gingrich or Barack Obama, but it's really about Tampa Bay. So it's not just, the other thing is it's not just about the city of Tampa. It includes St. Pete, Clearwater, Brandon, Plant City, Thonotosassa. We get up to Pasco County, Hernando, all the surrounding areas. So we do it through volunteer programs. We do some local advertising. We get small businesses involved. And we tell people what the convention's really about. Less about politics, more about helping Tampa Bay.
And what do you find is the most surprising thing that people ask you about when they find out that you're the president and the CEO of the host committee?
Who are you going to vote for? No, I mean,
they ask you that?
Yeah, everybody wants to know about the politics of it. So it's an education process, which is to say, that's all very well and good. Barack Obama, Mitt Romney, everybody wants to talk about that because you see it on the news all the time. You see all the sometimes negative, sometimes positive advertising. But we want to make it all positive advertising for Tampa Bay. But the most surprising thing is people really do think it's more about politics than the community. So we've had an education process to go through. That's why you'll see volunteers out there talking about our volunteer program, which is called the Faces of Tampa Bay. The best asset that we have in Tampa, I mean, beyond the great weather and the good beaches and the good downtown, is the people. And so when folks come here and they learn about why Tampa is such a great city, the first thing they see when they get off the airport is going to be a smiling volunteer to talk about, hey, I've lived here for 20 years, or I've lived here for 10 years, and I live at the beach, or I live in downtown or New Tampa. We want them to talk about why they think Tampa's great. And that's our best ambassadors.
I know that the goal was 7,500 volunteers. How are you doing so far? Is there room for more?
Yeah, there are still room for more. And the way we look at it is approximately 7,500, but we look at it in terms of shifts. So we've got X number of shifts to fill. And we've got about 85 or 90% of those shifts already filled. So there's not much room to go. So if people want to volunteer, you got to get on it. You got to go to the website, 2012tampa.com, and get signed up.
Wow. And the small business community has also benefited from the convention since last November. You all were working with different small businesses. Tell us about that program.
So we think this is the first of its kind in the history of a presidential convention, where we took a very large group of small businesses, we put them together, we put them in a directory, and we told them why the convention is more than just politics. And there's going to be a lot going on during the convention. So while maybe the local plumber won't get to do some of the plumbing in the forum, what they can do is advertise to all the delegates that are going to be in town, or a local shoe store, or a local dress shop, or a hair salon. All those different types of things that people may need while they're in town, we want to make sure that they open up our small business directory, they look at it and say, hey, I see that there's a plumber here on Gandy, or that there's a hairdresser on Kennedy, and I'm going to go use that for my services while I'm in town. And that's unique. It's never been done before.
Well, congratulations on all the planning. We, of course, will be watching and rooting for all of the members of the Tampa Bay Host Committee.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. If you would like more information on the Tampa Bay Host Committee, the Republican National Convention, the big activity happens August 27th through the 30th, but the activity has started way before then. For all the details on what the Tampa Bay Host Committee is doing, please visit them online. There is, of course, information on where you can volunteer. The website is 2012tampa.com. And remember, you can always follow Positively Tampa Bay on Facebook.